Okay, the distance formula determines lengths of sides. Okay, we're going to determine whether triangle ABC and triangle DEF are congruent. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to say, if we look up top, A to B, vertex A to B, that means the distance between points A and points B. Okay, and that matches with these first two letters, DE. That's side DE running between these 2 points. So let's calculate the distance formula. If you recall, distance formula is a coordinate plane version of the Pythagorean theorem. So we could say the distance between the 2 points is x2 minus x1, the distance of the horizontal direction squared, okay, plus y2 minus y1, the distance or the difference in the y coordinates squared, okay? And essentially what that is it's like this. If we want to know this distance right here, we say, okay, we can do that by doing a squared plus b squared. And since that equals c squared by square rooting, we can say the square root of a squared plus b squared, or the square root of the horizontal change plus, the horizontal change squared plus the vertical change squared, and this is the horizontal change squared plus the vertical change squared, all square rooted, will give us the length of the distance between these 2 points. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and we then just have to plug in the coordinates and we get to see what we get. Okay, so I'm going to do that here. We're going to say the distance equals the square root of, and I'll put brackets because we're filling in values, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay? And then we have to identify what is y2 and y1 and all that. So I'm going to call this point number 1. A is point number 1, so that's x, oops, I'll use red. x1 and y1, x2 and y2. And then so we've got for y2, actually let's say x2, 5, minus x1, 1, y2, 5, minus y1, 4. Okay, and what we get when we calculate this out is we get the square root of 5 minus 1 is 4, so 4 squared, plus 5 minus 4 is 1 squared. And that equals the square root of 16 plus 1, or the square root of 17. Since there's no way to simplify that, we'll just say the distance from A to B is root 17. Okay? We're going to do that same thing over here for the D to E side. Okay, so I'll use green, and we will say the distance is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, hopefully we can fit this all in. Square root of struggling with this, square root of, and we say x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, and let's take those points and let's identify them in red. We can call this x1 and y1. x2 and y2. And then when we fill them in, we say x2 is -1, x1 is -5, y2 is 0, and y1 is 1. Okay. Now, that becomes the square root of, and if we just look at this, we could say -1 minus -5 is the same as -1 plus 5, which is 4. So we've got 4 squared plus 0 minus 1 is -1 squared. Okay, and what we get then is the square root of 16 plus 1, or the square root of 17. Aha! So for that first one, root 17, we've got the same length on both of them. Okay, did you follow what I did there? So now I know that this seems kind of long, but we're going to check it for all of the other ones. And in fact, I'm going to say this. I'm going to use... Sorry, I got a little interrupted there with a technical glitch. I'm going to use my eraser tool, and I'm just going to pull out these numbers that I plugged in. We're going to start with new values up here, but I'm going to leave this distance formula here. I'm just going to take out these numbers, and then of course what results. And let me go a little bigger on this eraser. Okay. And once I take that out, we can just sub in, and it'll be a little bit faster if we do it this way. Okay. Thanks for your patience. That was a weird little glitch. Now, let's fill in using, actually, let me erase one more thing up here, which is these points that we used. Because what we're going to now do, let's check another set of them. And let's check, let's say B to C and E to F. Okay, right here, the second two letters in the name and the second two letters in the name, that's these points and these points. So for those points, I'm going to label in red, again, x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm going to do it over here for the EF points, x1, y1, x2, y2. I'm sorry that this is sloppy. Not really sure what to do about it. Now we're going to fill in x2 is 2, x1 is 5, y2 is 2, y1 is 5, and when we simplify that down, we got 2 minus 5 is -3. 2 minus 5 over here, also -3. So what we get is -3 squared is 9, plus -3 squared is 9, or 8 square root of 18, which breaks down to be like this. 18 is really 2 times 3 times 3, if you were to do the factor tree of it. And that would then leave you with 3 square root of 2. That's simplified it. Now let's go over here to the one on the right, and let's do that one. We've got x2 is -4 minus x1, which is -1. And then y2 is 3 minus y1, which is 0. And over here, -4 minus -1 is -3. And over here, 3 minus 0 is 3. So we've got -3 squared is 9, plus 3 squared is 9, or square root of 18, which we know to be, because we just did it over here, 3 square root of 2. So that one works as well. We've got two sides that match. Okay, I'm not really sure how to write it up there. So maybe I'll list it down on the bottom. I'll say down here, okay, AB is congruent to DE, and I will put the measure of them, root 17, root 17. Then we've got BC is congruent to EF, and I'll put those measures down as 3 root 2 and 3 root 2. And we're going to erase and go back one more time. And we're going to say, okay, let's put in the other values that we're going to do for this final point, or the final sides. Okay, so I'm going to get that out of there. Out of there. Thank you for your patience while I do this. You're seeing it all in real time. I know that it might drive some of you a little bit crazy to have to watch all this, but here's your solution. So okay, I'm doing it over here, getting these points out. Thanks for your patience. Probably could do this off camera, but I'm sure a lot of you are fast forwarding anyway. Okay, so let's take this last point. What is the last point? The last point is going to be the first letter to the last letter, A to C. So I'll label this as x1, y1, and this as x2, y2. And same thing over here, D to F, x1, y1, x2, y2. And then when we fill them in, we get x2, 2, minus x1, 1, y2, 2, minus y1, 4. And 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And that becomes 1 squared, or 1, plus negative 2 squared, or 4, square root of 5. We actually don't need, oops, we don't need any of these other marks. So square root of 5. Let's see what we get on the other side. Okay, filling in x2, negative 4, minus x1, negative 5, y2, 3, minus y1, 1. And here, 4 minus negative 5 is the same as 4 plus 5, which is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, so we get 1 squared, 1, plus 2 squared, 4, which is square root of 5. That means for our final pair of sides, which I could write over here as side AC, that is congruent to side DF, and they've got measurements of root 5 and root 5. So by side, 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 these two triangles are congruent. I know that that seems long, and the reason that the video is long is because it's just a long time to do the distance formula for all of them, but you probably have a way of speeding it up by not actually talking somebody else through it. And yep, if you can determine that the three side pairs are congruent, then by side, 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 the triangles are congruent. So